Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that roll well. Shalom to the brothers doing the work and stirring truth. Got this article on Yahoo News from Reuters. It's funny because it says Vietnam to require social media users to verify identity, and that's meant to just be in Vietnam, but obviously the sites they're going to be using on their international sites. It'll be like, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, what else is there? Instagram, TikTok, all these things there. Now, I think some of them already you'll need ID to do certain things on them. But it's what do you call it? It's one of those where even if it's just this is just for Vietnam, they'll probably put the framework in there, and this is something people have been fighting to push for in like the US, in the UK especially. They tried justifying it with saying like, oh, to stop internet trolls. And then over here, there's been a push for like ID cards, anyway, national ID cards. So that's kind of tied up in all that, which is interesting because it's just got through over there. So then we'll kind of see how that applies globally, because I don't think off the back of this other places will be directly affected yet. But then if they have the tech there inside Facebook or whatever, people might be like, okay, look, they already got it there. It might have them push it again over in the UK. I could see that being done because they've tried a few times. We'll have to see. So it says Vietnam is preparing to make it mandatory for social media users of both local and foreign platforms to verify their identity in a bid to rein in online scams, state media reported on Monday. And it's always for your benefit, is what they're saying is for, for scams, for trolls, for tracking certain things, making it so people can't just say what they want online. But that's meant to have been a whole part of like why you would even fuck with a guy online anyway. It's kind of funny still. So it says the measure, part of the telecommunications law amendment to be issued by the end of this year, will enable law enforcement agencies to track down offenders using social media to break the law, state-run Voice of Vietnam newspaper reported. So yeah, giving the police powers, because same thing. That's what is funny. Like well, even with this, there was the Discord kid, the guy on Discord who was leaking shit from the Pentagon. That guy Discord just handed over all the details to the government on that guy, and that guy got snapped up real quick. So given the scale of the situation anyway, it's already at where they'll just throw everything in. And then you have kind of like VPNs and whatnot that are meant to hide, keep you private. But then there's those companies as well have to not hand your information over, which has and can happen, which is the whole point of what you're paying for. But then if they say like, okay, look, this is XYZ magnitude of an issue, you're gonna have to overlook that, then it does. So yeah, this seems to be more Vietnam kind of getting a thing, but depending on how they formalize these things in these social media networks, it might be the new thing. And it's like the way people are anyway, like especially social media users, the younger lot will just jump on it. And it'll be similar to like Facebook, where People got their face, their workplace, their whole lifestyle plastered onto it, and it just makes it super easy to track, when, where, and what people are doing, going on holiday, the restaurants they stop at, they see any landmarks and whatnot, they'll take pictures. There'll be like metadata in the pictures as well, saying like, location and time they'll take in, these kinds of things. So I said, unverified accounts, no matter on local, and foreign platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, YouTube will be dealt with. According to the report, both individual and organizational users would be subject to the measure. However, not all providers currently offer ID verification in Vietnam. Yeah, so it's something that will have to be expanded. Then expanded, it might just be like, okay, we're just gonna make it so it applies. It can apply for like any kind of area, and then other countries might start trying to throw that shit in, so they can then be like, okay, yeah, people posting about X, Y, Z. Like people that might have been talking shit about the coronation over here, and they could then just start yapping about. I have to see. So it said regulation will need the approval of the country's lawmakers. Details have not yet been revealed yet. Vietnam in recent years has issued several regulations together with a cybersecurity law that target foreign social media platforms in a bid to battle disinformation in news and force foreign tech firms to establish representative offices in Vietnam and store data in the country. I mean, there's a few places trying to get that, but then these men ain't trying to spend the money for shit. But yeah, we'll see. These things being like the social media, well, just the general online, having it directly tied to, to your ID. That's been something that's been pushed for heavily for a hot minute, because these guys want to know and track who's saying what, and then with that, especially now with the aid of AI, they can just have all these things tracked and collated and kind of be like, okay, what's going on here, what people are up to. So Amos 8:11, it says, "What, behold, the days come, saith the Most High Power, that will send a famine in the land, not famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua." Yeah, so hearing the words of the Lord, that's going to be a famine. Because why? It's going to hit that point in time where you ain't going to be able to just go out and find it as you can. It's going to be to where that opportunity's, the door's going to close. And then, hey, it's people are going to be, if they ain't got it before then, it's going to be too late. Door's going to shut, man. Door's going to shut. John 15 and 18, it says, "If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you." Yeah, and that's been the approach and a mindset of, the disciples onwards from when they heard. Because why? Because it's been plain. It's, Yahushua was, hey, people were not pleased. They were trying to come against him every turn. Trying to dash him off the cliff. Trying to get him, tangle him up in words so they could bring, the might of Rome against him. That's really what they were trying to do. Which in the end, that succeeded. It was all through the Spirit. But again, those that didn't had hate for Yahushua, didn't love Yahushua, then them getting Pot and smash is also in the spirit, man. Now's the time where you're gonna have all these debts paid, because after this it's a wrap. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Oh. And that's really how it is. It's Yahushua received that persecution. And that's why those that follow after him, same thing. They're basically what? Like having to go in the stead of what Yahushua was about. But then that results in what? People involved not receiving you anywhere near, what it might seem like, the way, these guys in the church talk about it. But then when you get to the realities of the scriptures, it's what? These guys hated Yahushua, man. It says, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not that him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. But he hateth me, no, he that hateth me, hateth my Father also. Yeah. Because why? If you're hating Yahushua is coming completely in the stead of what Yahweh basically sent down. So how you're going completely off. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2:4, it says, what, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's the energy of Esau, man. He's basically trying to hold that spot, hold that position, because he knows it will, try and set himself above. That's only with, what'd you call it? People that are unaware of, true nature, who's truly meant to be. Which is why, him being on the bottom, it's not a mystery, man. But when it's discovered in real time, it throws people off. Yeah. I'll leave it there. Shalom. Shalom.